How we doing out there today? First things first, my name is Kenneth Byrd. Did a segment called Daily Walk and Talk. Trying to get my lungs and everything back in order because I knew that when I got to the next level, I was going to have to go in and do a lot of walking. So, taking the long way around. Oh man, we do this way, man. We got to go up. Oh, I'm not doing that hill. I'm definitely not doing that hill. That hill is jacked up. 21 is jacked up. We're not doing that one. But anyway, I'm going to get out and start the long way up and just take a nice little walk today because usually if I'm behind that desk for long periods of time, I do like to get out and do more walking. As I do walk all over the place anyway, I like to get my walk time in. So, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, Mr. Byrd had lung disease. And lung disease tried to kill me. And I was blessed to be able to get rid of lung disease and be able to live a normal life. But I exercise, work out, and right now I'm finally starting to eat right because usually I eat like a 5-year-old kid. So I'm taking me a nice little walk to get out and stretch my legs and get some exercise in. Besides, next couple of days we're supposed to have this crazy heat wave pushing through at 104 inches. Sorry, 104 inches. 104, and I'm not going to get a chance to get out here and do this much. The next 2 days of walking. Man, either way, this starts off on the hill. Either way, this will start off on the hill. I'm spending some time because I want to get to the art museum. Because actually, to tell you the truth, don't we got a recording doing the art museum? Something? What time we got? 11:25. So this is going to be short. All right, it's going to be a short walk. Because I got to get into art museum. There's something I want to look at. One of the projectors they had, and I'm going to get a recording of it. And then at that, I got to meet up with family today. I literally should be across the street. I'm not trying to get cooked today. I was thinking, I got a ton of phone calls to make. This is where I start figuring out I got more stuff to do. I got a ton of phone calls to make. I had to take a break from the painting for a little bit. At least come out and get some air. So, probably not going to go that far out, but enough to get enough exercise in. And let me make sure my meters are running too. My counter's running. Let me see. Make sure that counter's running. Let me see. Where's the app at? Where's the app at? Here we go. Right, so that's what I got right now today for my little walk. That's what I picked up yesterday. I got a good day for yesterday. Oh, 4,000, I'll take that. Go back to my area right there. All right, that's what I'm starting off with. 1,897. It should be roughly 2,000. Oh, no. Right there. That's what I'm starting off with. So, just going to get out here, stretch my legs. Because, again, last couple of days, I've been on that computer. And even though I do walk a lot, to go from A to B, that's what I do. I just realized something. When I was doing this, right, we had a lot of people in here viewing. And the reason why we had a lot of people in here viewing, because the majority of these people were stalkers. There were some weirdo people I told you I had on my account. Well, they're still around. We know that for a fact. Because here's the thing. Once we put that trace on you, it doesn't apply just to YouTube. Because keep in mind, we got investigators involved in this, police, because you broke some laws. Once we figure out where you're at, that trace continues on. It does. Now, we couldn't care less what you do in your outside life. I couldn't care less about that. It's the activity that you have online that allowed us to get access to your real world right there. because that's what we need to bring in court. Can't basically put out a court order for somebody if you don't know where they're at. So you have to know where they're located. So I gotta wait for this woman to get past. Come on, we gotta pick a side, people. I can never understand that when I'm walking the street. People on both sides of the sidewalk. Gotta pick a side. I was doing that a couple of days ago. Back injury. I was doing that a couple of days ago. You know what that feels like? Been there. Well, that's something else. All right, 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago, I had a back injury, and they tell you to lay up and all that stuff. Man, I went in, got the patches on my back, took the Motrin, which I don't take pills at all, period. We got a hill right here. I don't take pills at all, period. But I took them anyway, because I got to work, I got things to do. My contract's coming up. Got to get them done. But prayed on it. Back to normal. I forgot about this freaking hill. Man, I could have been on that side. I'm going over the other side. I'm not dealing with a hill today. I got too much to do. I'll walk right up. Whew. I got to be out here for like 30 minutes. I'm done. That's all I got to do is be out here for 30 minutes. I'm going to go back. I'm definitely not doing that hill. There's a bridge over there. That's the bridge I used to cross. When I was on that side, I used to cross that bridge right over there every day. 8th Street Bridge. That's a long freaking bridge. Let's see. We're flatter on this side. There's a hill there. I'd be doing too much of that tripping nonsense. Wow. You can't be able to walk up this stuff every freaking day. Every day. Man. That's what I used to do every freaking day. My camera down, somebody's walking by or driving. I don't record people when they're driving. That freaking hill right there. I did that hill every freaking day in daily walk and talk. All the way up to the top of that hill. Every day for a year. I had to do it. Since Mr. Williams wants to put me in this video, some exercise. You don't work out, buddy. Let me show you something. When this car goes past. You see that right there? I walked that every day for a year. All the way up to where I'm standing right now. I did that every day for a year. Do you have any idea what that hill is? How steep that hill is? How far I had to walk up? Every freaking day for a year. That's why I ain't got no stomach. See right here? No stomach at all, period. Every day for a solid year, I walked up that hill in the snow, rain, sleet, every day. And it was not about having, I had money for Lyft. I like the exercise. I love the exercise. That you want to lose your stomach fat? I got something for him at the end of the day. Stop stuffing whatever you stuff in your mouth at the end of the day. Start doing push-ups every day. At least you should be able to do. I'll do a live stream with you. How many push-ups can you push in? I bet you couldn't even match my workout. See, that's why I said the e-bike. My buddy was just sitting out there on the porch. And somebody came by on an e-bike talking about somebody else. I'm using it to lose weight. He's a weightlifter. He's like, you ain't gonna lose weight on that. Man, you gotta get rid of that. You need a manual pedal bike. That's what you need. A manual pedal bike. You'll lose it no time at all. Get on that and pedal up them hills up here. You'll lose it no time at all. And then you're going to have to eat right because the discipline kicks in. Can't eat all that fatty food because if you eat the fatty food, including the exercise, you'll mess around and give yourself a heart attack because you'll be overexerting yourself. And then you have a heart attack because your body's trying to push blood through a system that can't push blood. And you'll be sitting up there in a red wagon or whatever it is in your state. Yeah, every day. Now I was going to go hit the flats on that side, but I figured, I started, let's finish. So I'm doing it in the heat because I'm not one of those people who take the easy way out. Even though I said it, I'm not allowed to do it. I can't do it. Breathing's good. Lungs are good. But yeah, you're talking about mention me in a workout video. Nobody. I don't look like you. I'm 56. I'm older than you. You, on the other hand, how do you look like that? What were you putting in your system to be like that? I bet you drink. Look at a beer belly. Definitely drinks. Probably smokes weed too. Or some people are saying, well, weed doesn't do anything. For some people it doesn't. Can't say for all. Some people it doesn't. Some people, they don't bother. It has no effect to them at all. Other people it does. Depends on who you are, what your genetics are. So there I am right there. All the way up here. See that e-bike you got, boy? Gotta get rid of that thing. You wanna lose that weight? What you do? You're gonna need a heavy pack.
Why is the luggage on the other side and not on the shoulder?
You're gonna need a heavy pack. Get a backpack, put the weight in it, the same weight you carry. That's what you're gonna have to do. Ankle weights, wrist weights, break down that diet, get rid of all that fatty fried foods, gotta go. Nothing but vegetables. You're gonna eat like a rabbit for a year. Lemon water, no soda, none of that stuff. If you basically want to lose that weight. But you got time. You're going in anyway. Inside, you ain't got nothing to do in there but lift. So that's what you'll be doing. Because it's going to build your survival rate. But there's no way in the world you look like that. I mean, you got to build health in your... No. I don't know what doctor you got. Doctor told you, I bet your cholesterol level, tell me if I'm wrong, sugar level, I guarantee you probably got diabetes by now. With that, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if you had any heart conditions. Probably got that too. That's why you're on an e-bike. And you probably don't breathe all that well. Which means your stamina is completely poor. If your stamina is poor, that means you don't stand a chance. You get winded too quick. You should be able to hit that hill with no problem at all. Hear my breathing? Hear me breathing heavy? No. You know why you don't hear me breathing heavy? Because I'm used to it. I had to train to do that every day. You're doing 20,000 steps a day. You're doing tons of push-ups. All that craziness to go with it. Your lungs build up nice and strong. And mind you, I'm a person who's a lung disease survivor. I can do that easy. And then re-loop it back again. Easy. I don't have an e-bike. I don't use that stuff at the end of the day. That's like me getting in a, what do you call it? An exercise bike with a motor on it. You zipping all around with some orange freaking flag and on a 3-wheel bike. You got to be talking about losing weight. He ain't losing weight on that. I couldn't stop laughing when my brother-in-law told I got right to his face. He said, "What you losing weight on? You can't lose no weight on an e-bike. Now, if you fit and whatever, or basically you got back issues or something, you got some kind, you can't walk, that bike is fantastic for you. Because I like to get from A to B with no problem. But if you basically are able to walk, there is no way in the world you should be on one of them things. Especially if you're just going around the corner. That's why every time I turn around, I see the cubicle cattle out here. I call them cubicle cattle because they come out from cattle roads. I see them out here walking. You see them with their tags on, and they walk this strip right here because it's the hill. I don't know why they go down. They're not supposed to be going down. That's the easy way. They should be going up. Some of them go up. The ones that are going down, they're going to take. Hold on a minute. Got tired real quick. Cubicle cattle. Yeah. So you guys lopsided or upside down? Feet upside down. There you go. So yeah, they walk this way. I'm like, why are they walking this way? Because you're gonna lose more weight if you walk this way. But I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. I'm surprised you're alive. I really am. I'm really surprised. Your heart is still working. I am shocked your heart is still working. Quite frankly, from what I seen in that photo, you should be dead. You should have had a heart attack a long time ago. I ain't wishing on anybody, but he literally should have had a heart attack a long time ago. Your heart is hanging on by, I don't know how much, but it ain't hanging on by much. It ain't hanging on by much. If they stop for the light, because they see the chest move. The chest move when I walk. I had somebody, I was eating something, and they were like, "You doing that on purpose?" I said, "No, it does it automatically. Like it literally does it. When I eat, I didn't notice it at first. When I was sitting there with my ex, he said, "You know your chest moves, right?" And I was like, "No, it doesn't." Yeah, it does. It does move. It moves when I talk. It moves when I eat. Because, yeah, you're doing 60, 70, 80, 100 push-ups 3 times a day. I'm addicted to push-ups. I love to do push-ups. I like doing the verticals, my favorite. I like doing the diamonds. I like doing the wides. You got to bring your arms all the way out wide. One of the ones I like to do is on the verticals, or basically you bring your hands inside, right near your chest, so your head is leaning over. I like them. They're close to the body. You do back and forth. You rock on your feet when you do it. Push out, push back in when you do them. You do about 20 of them. And then when you get to 20, you got to do an extra 10. But the extra 10s are holds, which means that when you come down, you hold it. Count to 10, bring it up. Bring it down, hold it. Bring it back up. Man, I'm telling you, that'll build your chest up real fast, real quick. Do those will do it. Wide bodies, do them. Get into a habit of doing it over and over and over again. You might not get 20, you might get 2. If you even get 1, that's fantastic, because at least you started. And people say, I can only do 1, that's still good. Because at least you started. Better you start than not start at all, right? So for Williams, am I laughing at you? No, but you're fat, dude. And riding around an e-bike talking about losing weight, please, man. Like my brother-in-law said, man, you got to get off that thing. And the weight you are right now, jeez, and you short, you're not even tall. I'm 5'11". If you was tall, it evens out. Well, you're a short guy at the end of the day. You're like 5 feet or something. Look about 5 feet. So you're 5 feet, roughly, you got to be coming in around 200 something pounds. Like I said, I'm surprised you haven't had a heart attack by now. Technically, you should be dead because you're way overweight. I should have my 8,000 in today. hopefully. But I still got more working out to do. And I get access to my gym because he's not going to be there right now. He's going to be over at another area. And he got this new chin-up bar I want to play around with today. No heavy breathing yet. Love it. That's what I said. No excuse. I survived lung disease, and I'm doing it. No excuse. Right, so no excuse. That's stupid. So, dude's driving an Aston Martin, real nice car, right? And dude's out there yelling about his friend having a rich friend. You wake up opportunities. You got to be careful. You never know who, anyone in plain clothing, how they're dressed, what they look like. You don't know what those people are. You don't know what they're trained to do. You don't know. It could be special forces, black, it could be anybody. It could be a mercenary. It could be anybody. You don't know. That's why you don't go outside to the casino and cut your money out in the open. Hit a spot here. I'm gonna go sit down and chill. Look at my numbers. I should hit my 30 minutes already. I usually do more than 30 minutes. I usually do 2 or 3 hours in this walking. Got 3 hours. Yeah, one took 3 hours to do. Went to Taco like yesterday. We had fun. Want to have fun? Yeah, depends on what it is. I don't know. Can't be out there shouting. If I had that kind of money, I'd drop it, man. Don't be shouting at the end of the day. I know the car speaks for itself, but still, don't be shouting that. You're the one showing off that you're getting into the car. I'm the one driving it. I don't care because I got the money. But I still don't want it out there like that. Oh, man. Ugh. So, yeah. Here we go. So, we got a workout in. Let's check our time. See what we got. Taco on my mind, got me thinking every time. So I'll take that. And I'm going to get more than that today. This is just the start. Mind you, I got business to take care of. This is what I'm starting my day off with. So that's just the start off point. This is our start off point. I still got to be around and take care of some business today. So that's going to accumulate to probably 12 and more. But yeah, man, you're going to lose that at the end of the day. Get off that freaking e-bike. But that's not his biggest concern and the biggest problem right now. His biggest problem right now is that when legal reaches out to us, because legal already tried 8 times to reach out to us, but the phone was off. So I leave another message today telling the phone's off. Call me when you can, because we need to talk about this. Well, it's a pretty area right back there. But yeah, so they're going to reach out to me because they did it 8 times. So I know they want to talk. So let me get that taken care of, Mr. Williams. See how God led us to you? Figured out where you at, even your apartment number. We know everything about you. Everything about you. Had a background checked on you. I know more about you than you probably know about yourself. That fast, that quick. We're able to go over your managers' heads, reach out to the owners of the building, and reach out to them. Which now pretty soon, once we make that connection, you're done. That's it. And me? Well, next week I'm gonna go over, grab this nice big fat juicy contract, and begin my company out here where I want it to be at to begin with. Don't get me wrong, I like my online customers, but out here is where it's at. This is where you make the money at. Oh, man, got me thinking every time. And I'm trying to think about, let me see what we got here with time. I bet you I was supposed to do 30. We didn't do this in 30. Jeez. Look at this. I was trying to do this at 11 o'clock. We got 10:48. So you mean to tell me I walked from here to there less than the 30-minute mark? Jeez Louise. It was freaking, no. It was freaking 10:25 when I started. And I started from the art museum and wrapped it around. Jeez, I walk fast. Oh well, I'll take time to cool off. I gotta be somewhere in a few minutes anyway. Yeesh. I'm thinking we got the 30 already. We don't got it because the 30 would have brought me to almost near 11 o'clock, which I got to be somewhere at 11 o'clock. Not even anywhere near 11 o'clock. Well, let's enjoy the scenery. Beautiful scenery. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Now, yeah, people get mad at me for saying, yeah, I'm really surprised. Because, again, like I said, people at that weight, they die. They literally die. They have heart attacks. What do you think's going on inside of his chest right now? What conversation do you think his heart's having with the brain right now? It ain't a good one. I guarantee it's not a good conversation. It really isn't. Like, look, man, I'm about to quit this job in about a couple of days. I'm tired of this mess. This guy don't exercise. He don't work out. He don't do nothing. Ride around on that stupid e-bike at the end of the day. Call himself losing weight. Just lying to yourself at the end of the day. You got a ticking time bomb. Anytime your chest is leaning that far over, man, you are definitely along your age, at your age too. Oh, man, you definitely looking to have a heart attack. You're definitely going to have a heart attack. Your arteries have got to be something else. They got to be something else. I've never met a person ever was fit that looked like that. You got freaking T-Rex syndrome going on. You know what T-Rex syndrome going on is? That's when you got that big old stomach, but you got them tiny little arms. That's what you got going on right now, man. You can take it as me busting on you, man. There's 8 ways from Sunday I can make this the most hilarious video ever. If I really don't want to go in on you at the end of the day, but I'm not. You got to go in there. You got to get rid of that, bro. That ain't the biggest concern right now. But you got to do something, man. You're gonna have to do something. When you get in there and lock up, they're gonna look at you like you just an easy pickings because you ain't got no weight to you, no structure, you're not built. At the end of the day, you can't even hold your own. You ain't got enough time to learn the hand-to-hand combat skills. You're gonna become a victim. And it's interesting. You'll see a person come in, big guy, really big guy. You see he shows no fear at all whatsoever because he's depending on his size. He's dependent on his size, his weight. That becomes the intimidator right there. That size, that weight becomes the intimidator. Wait, someone's coming past. I don't know why I'm severe chilling. Everybody come up here and sit down. And then you got what's the word for it? I'm waiting till she comes past. Because the stream's gonna be about done in a few minutes. I gotta go to meet with somebody real quick and take care of some business. You're holding your stomach the whole time while you're walking up the stairs. That tell you right there something wrong. The whole time. You're holding your stomach. You know why you're holding your stomach, right? Trying to keep that fat in. But anyway, as I said before, and she's trying to be some people get like that. They at the end, why you try to be arrogant? And I can see right there, I can see right through your shirt. I can see your shirt, your stomach sticking out. And I can see your hand holding over top of your shirt as you're walking up the stairs because it jiggles a little bit. There you go. Another heart attack waiting to come. She don't get that under control, she's gonna have a problem with that. And that baby fat ain't no joke. You try to lose that stuff, there's a pain in the neck. For women at the end of the day, I feel sorry for you because that weight is something else to try to get off. My sister didn't. She's one of them's special forces, and she was like, good gracious, man, trying to get that stuff off me was a freaking pain in the neck. But anyway, so you got the big guy, man. He gets off and goes in. He's not worried about it because his weight is an intimidator. You got a small guy that gets off. He's scared. He got his head down. He ain't got the build. He ain't got the weight. He ain't got nothing at all whatsoever, period. You got some guys that get off, they're covered in tattoos. Tattoos got meaning behind the back of those tattoos and what they stand for. Man, they could be pretty much freaking 110 pounds soaking wet, but they got an army behind them because of those tattoos. And you got some that come off that don't have any tattoos at all whatsoever, period. Not a thing whatsoever. And don't got a lot of weight to them either at the end of the day. Those are the ones you got to watch out for. Those are the ones that usually train in some kind of hand-to-hand combat. Those are the ones that'll mess you up. Those are the ones you got to watch out for. My sensei doesn't have one tattoo on him. Not one. There's no tattoos on him. And when he first got in trouble, He was a thin guy, very thin guy. But he was a 7th-degree black belt in Taekwondo. He was extremely dangerous. And the reason why is because most people, where he was trained, he wasn't trained where you go to school. He was trained by a grandmaster who basically trained the other students, but he trained him differently. Because this particular individual won a lot of his matches. It's pretty interesting the story he had with this guy at the end of the day. But anyway, long story short, some people, when they train in that type of fighting style, are trained to be those, and some people are trained to be those at the end of the day. I don't want to say something, the woman was walking by, but I don't want to say too much at the end of the day. But anyway, he was trained to be that particular type of person. He won every single match, 150 matches undefeated. He was something else. Interesting fighter, interesting day. Confidence level freaking through the roof. No fear, nothing at all whatsoever. Yep. Same kind of confidence you naysayers should have in your paint, which you do not have. But anyway, yeah, he was fantastic. I try to keep the camera down. I don't want to put up anybody in the face with it. We got people. It's a busy section out here. But anyway, yeah, that's what he was at the end of the day. He was not the person to mess with. He would definitely mess you up pretty bad. And he went to jail. He went to not jail, but he went to freaking juvie. Got in some trouble breaking some windows in a warehouse, and his friend dimed on him, and he ended up going to juvie. But what happened was they made a mistake. Mind you, this is around in the 70s area, 60s, 70s, 70s era, and that era right there where there's a lot of races going on, and they stuck him in a man's prison at 16 years old. But he's got his first-degree black belt. He could fight. And sure enough, got in a cell with some guy who was older than him, and the guy was telling him he was going to do this, that, and the other, and he said, I ain't doing none of that to begin with. And he said, whip this behind. He whipped the grown man's behind at 16 years old, beat the daylights out of him. People think at the end of the day it has something to do with power. It has nothing to do with power. It basically has something to do with basically skill and technique. You could strike a person in the right place and you could drop them just like that. You could be 350 pounds, you could be built like a wall, but if you're struck in the right area, the right nerve area, you're going down with a lot of pain with it. There's certain areas in your body at the end of the day you get struck with, it don't make a difference how big you are. You're going down either way. Small little nerves. You ever pull your back before? Small little tiny nerve you pull in your back. You can't walk, can't move your legs, can't push your hands over top of your head. You're considered to be crippled. You're paralyzed from one small tiny little nerve. Now imagine if you learned all those nerves in the human body. Vantage point. The size has nothing to do with it. It's about technique, skill. That's all it's about. That's what it comes down to. We kind of explained it to you in Dead or Alive. You ever played the game Dead or Alive? You ever seen the one where I forget it, the female who studies Wing Chun, and she's up against Base, and Base takes the rock and throws it and shows power at the end of the day, and she takes her hand, she concentrates, and she hits the rock, she shatters it, she shows technique, skill, and he goes, ooh, different types of strength. So a 16-year-old kid, he struck that guy in the back in the right area, and he went down, couldn't move. You know where to strike him at. That was the end of that. Now he got a reputation for himself. Young boy beat this guy up, beat up a grown man, and now people are paying him to do jobs. So basically going and being an enforcer. That's what he was. He's an enforcer at 16 in a man's prison. And later on, they figured out what they made the mistake and dropped all the charges and let him out. Yep. Let me see if I got my time killed here. I know I ain't walking, so I got to kill time here because something to do. Why is it when you always got something to do? Because we're in a stream right now. When we always got something to do, time moves so slow. When I'm in a stream and at the office, time just blows by super fast. But we're in the middle of these streams out here, it just takes forever. Usually I'm out here recording, it usually takes faster than this. I got something I want to record. I got something I need to document. They got a projector set up over at the art museum, and they're using it's super dark in there. I don't know why they have not why they got a white screen in it. That's why, and they're trying to get the contrast over so read because the majority of that art piece, whatever that film is, it's basically whatever that guy is trying to show has a lot of contrast in it, but he can't pick it up because the screen's white. That's why they're in the dark in there. I want to get a nice recording there while I'm in there. That's a nice piece of art. You got that all over Allentown. And over there, Allentown's an art city. I tell you that right now. It's an art city. You see a lot of art. Ever since I've been coming through here, I find a lot of art here and there all over Allentown. Huge murals painted up all over the place. Philadelphia is too on top of that. Here we are. Another group of people coming up the stairs. Do. I cannot wait till I get off the grid. I have no more of this to look at ever. Okay. Like that person said, I always wanted to read minds until I got Facebook. Yep, soon, no people. I can't wait. I get people that think, well, you don't want no people, you don't want customers. Some people want customers. But we don't have nothing to do with that. Good gracious, I can't stand talking to kids all the time. Some people need a peace of mind. I want to go someplace with no people. Just me and my cat. That's it. And I can work on my projects. I go out my door. I don't see anybody at all. Except for some bears and whatever. God knows when I walk into it there. Hopefully they'll open something pretty cool. Something pretty cool. When you reach a certain age, you really do not want to be around people anymore. I swear when the day comes, when they make rocket ships available, I'm definitely going. And of course, here we go. So I'll be out here chilling, minding my own business, and somebody come out here, be right in line with the camera all the time. How much more time we got? All right, I'm gonna start hitting back. And I think she smokes. Let's see if it works. Definitely asking for death. I never understand that people smoke at that time. God meant for us to make you want to smoke. We have a chimneys on our face. I got family members in my house that's why you got one. Now, wait, let me count it out. How many people do smoke in my family? Well, that one quit because she had a stroke. So that ended that freaking fiasco. What was the other one? Oh, that one did. That one had problems too. All right, yeah, no more. Nobody else smokes. No more smokes. Put you right here for a minute. Bam! Back again, people. Nope, that's it. We only had two. One had a heart attack and the other one had a stroke. I'm not laughing about that, but they don't listen. Really kept telling them over and over again, got a stroke. Bad temper, drank alcohol, didn't eat right, overweight. And yeah, she had a stroke. I'd look at that. She was nice. But anyway, yeah, she had a stroke. Now, I changed a lot. She was lucky too. Because most people get a stroke. Oh, it's nice. Jeep. That is going nice. Like the tires and everything goes smooth. It's pretty cool. That is nice. I don't know if you can see I'm in the sun right now. But anyway, yeah, that went down. But she was lucky because when she had the stroke, bottom line is, usually blood gets cut off from the brain. And then after that, something doesn't work anymore. Like you can't speak anymore. You can't see. Something like that goes wrong. But she was lucky. She came out 100% with no problem whatsoever. Which is really rare. Because some people come with a lot of messed up problems. And after that, that was a game changer for her. She just stopped. She don't smoke no more. She don't drink no more. Started exercising, working out, lost a ton of weight. You're lucky. And everyone that had the heart attack, again, had to go to the hospital. Almost died. And she stopped everything she was doing. She learned her lesson. And they weren't anywhere big as Mr. Williams at all. Whew.
It's funny how the whole big, right?
Excuse me. Now, see, he's on an e-bike right now, and his wife's on one of them scooters. I can see why that is. He's going to keep up with that. Ah, look at that. FBI building over there. Courthouse over there. Anytime you want to sign that contract, you let me know. And the contract states you come here with us. I'll take you right there. We'll handle our business right there. Me and you. Because you know we got people talk a lot of trash. Jamie about to get that contract pretty soon. I'm about to send it off to him. Next week, it's coming. You sign it, we meet right here. Me and you. And all that trash he was talking at the end of the day, we can finish it right there. You don't sign it, still gonna take it to court. It don't make a difference either way. So either way, you're gonna go to court either way. That's if we get to him first. If we get to him first. Probably a big if. Right, people, this is where we sign off. I'm done. I got some business to take care of. Hope y'all enjoyed our daily walk and talk. Am I keeping this one? Yeah. Why not? See, here's the thing, to kick it real quick. Some people may think that some of these daily walk and talks may affect my sales. No. I'm contracted. Did you hear what I just said? I'm gonna repeat it again. I'm contracted. I'm gonna say it to you one more time. My company is contracted now, which means that if we don't make the sales online, we're already contracted in. We're guaranteed to make that money no matter what. That's what contracts do. That's why you got to work hard to get the contract. That's where the money's at. The contract is where the money's at. I'm grateful to my customers, I really am. But that money is where the contracts are. Like you can be a person singing, you don't really make that money till you go on tour. That's when you make that money. All right, people, glad we had that talk. Thank you for your time. I gotta go, and God bless.